I'm Jen and this is Unstoppable TV for forward-thinking, driven and ambitious female entrepreneurs and influencers. And today I am joined with the amazing Lisa Schoneville. Hey Lisa, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Jen.
So Lisa, you are, and I love this, a strategic intervention and empowerment coach, a serial entrepreneur and mother of two.
Yes.
And I know that you have trained at both Tony Robbins School and Unstoppable.
Yes,
which is
absolutely.
Awesome. Amazing. So let's just go right all the way back to the beginning then. So tell us about your business journey.
Wow.
Up until now. I know that might be quite a lot to put into the one question, but I'd love to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so, probably going back to when I was 17 and I decided that I was leaving school to start a job in my local high street bank. I managed to work my way up to become one of the youngest bank managers in Scotland at the age of just 21.
Oh my goodness.
I know,
so
I know, it was
young.
a massive responsibility, but one that I was ready for.
Yeah.
I felt that I was ready for, and I loved what I was doing. Then both my children came along and my outlook on life completely changed. Yeah. I knew that I always wanted to be successful. So I knew that I always wanted to achieve great things, but still at that age, I was still only in my early 20s, I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. However, I left my job in the bank, so I walked away from a full-time career with a great income, pension, etc., all the benefits, and I launched into my own sensory development franchise for babies.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
So what kind of thing does that involve?
So I started, it was a franchise that I bought into, and I started off with just a handful of babies. So not making any money for like 2 or 3 years. It was super challenging, but I was very determined. So I knew that I was going to make a success of it because I had invested far too much time and energy and money into starting the business. And again, my passions really developed for it. And I built it up to be one of the most successful franchises in the UK.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I became the senior trainer for the International Franchise Company. So, and I was mentoring franchisees from all over the world. Wow, so it was fabulous.
Incredible. What made you keep on going when there was the tough times of a couple of years where you were making maybe possibly losses or just about breaking even? Yeah. How did you go, do you know what, I'm going to just keep on going through this, as opposed to what a lot of people do when the going gets tough and put their hands up and say, I'm all out.
Yep. I knew that it was going to be tough. Yeah. I knew when I was starting the business, I was prepared for it to be difficult, but I was determined to make it a success. I found enough leverage in order to make it a success. So by leverage, I mean, like, for me personally, it was my children. So I knew that I wanted to set an example to them that they can achieve whatever they want if they put their mind to it. Doesn't matter what their background is or what they achieved even in school, because I wasn't a high achiever in school. I wasn't. I definitely wasn't.
I was very much a dreamer. I used to just go to class and I would stare out the window and dream about all the things that I could be when I grew up, as opposed to actually studying on all the things that I could be when I grew up. So
that was like me.
That was exactly the same. And I had no business qualifications at all. It's so funny that sometimes women who don't have the qualifications are still just as empowered and driven to make a success of business. Anyway,
absolutely. It was brilliant. An important message for me. I felt that for me to share not only with my children, but for anybody that I came into contact with, that actually it doesn't matter. If you want to achieve something, if you want it, then you can go for it. You just need to work hard. So I kept going with it, and thankfully that I did. But then it got to the point where I was spending so much time in my business, became so engrossed in what it was that I was doing, but it began to take over my life. And that wasn't my reason for starting it. So anyway, I sold that business, moved on to another business, and built up an incredible networking business. And then, which of course found me on my journey to becoming a strategic intervention coach.
Amazing.
I know.
So with your network marketing business, what happened there? How long did that take? Did you build that as well to quite a good level?
I did, so I built that up to turning over to 6 figures in sales in the UK alone, just in the 4 short months. And then I again loved it because I was helping people.
Absolutely.
You know, I was mentoring, I was training, that was what I was good at, that's what I was passionate about.
And don't you find that network marketing gets a bit of a bad name sometimes?
I think that it does.
I think so as well. I think it kind of blew up in the UK a little bit.
Yeah.
And some people were maybe doing it, and I hate to say it, but doing it a little bit wrong.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of spamming going on at one point, and I think people were just like, okay, tar at everyone with the same brush.
I know.
Whereas if you're someone that's passionate about your product, I think network marketing is an incredible business to get started in, because you have to be the jack of all trades.
Yep, I totally agree.
You have to know how to take photography of your products. You have to train people to do exactly what you've done. You have to write good social media posts and keep groups running. You have to do a little bit of everything. And you know, I was network marketing as well, network marketing. And for me, it gave me an amazing platform.
Absolutely.
To jump off of, to then launch what I'm doing now.
Absolutely.
And same for you. So
I totally agree.
And strategic intervention coach. So tell me, what is that? What happens?
I know,
it's so exciting.
It sounds very, you know, ooh la la.
It's amazing. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, so basically it's a form of effective communication to help my clients get the results that they need and require. That's it. So that's what it is. So I trained in the official coaching school of Tony Robbins and Chloe Madonis, who specialises in human needs psychology. So predominantly that's what I look at or work with now with my clients, is mainly so female entrepreneurs, perhaps looking to up-level their mindset, so to propel not just their business but their life forward as well, but also working with women who are not entrepreneurs. So it doesn't really matter if you're an entrepreneur or not, you're going to want to make sure that your mindset, I believe anyway, is on point, because that's what opens up the doors to kind of every avenue for you.
And I take it that can go across relationships, you know, personal things happening maybe in the home. Business, of course, being one of them as well. But lots of different situations where this can be applied, surely. Yeah,
absolutely. So I actually work with people in terms of their relationships. So I've got quite a few clients that I've worked with, both either the females on their own, I've worked with males on their own, but I've also worked relationship coaching with both and couples. And it's incredible because the feedback that I've received has been out of this world. I mean, there's been times where I've actually helped save people's marriages. And now, if that's not empowerment, I don't know what is. It makes me feel amazing, it makes them feel amazing. It's a win-win situation.
It's incredible, isn't it? Yeah. Waking up to those kind of messages in the morning, knowing that you've helped just trigger something.
I know.
For them to either give it another chance or for them just to actually work through it and become happier.
You can so easily lose yourself, I think, Jen, sometimes when you begin to focus on other things, that other things become distractions. If you let them become distractions.
That's true.
So therefore you can lose yourself when you get engrossed in other areas. So when you have children, for example, that's a massive change. It's a massive area of your life where there is a big change. You can tend to lose yourself a little bit. So sometimes, you know, as mums, when we have children, we put all our focus and our energies into them, and then we can lose ourselves.
You forget.
So therefore it affects your confidence
and
everything else, and the things that you love always takes a back seat.
And I think now is such a strong time for women. Really being able to go, do you know what? Yes, I'm a mother, but I'm also Jen, Lisa. And we're also women that want to make some change in the world. We're not just mums. You know? And I've seen a lot of empowered women now stepping up and actually doing that and stepping into some great, incredible things because of it.
Well, I believe that women nowadays are the movers and shakers.
They are. You're so right.
Totally.
You're so right. And obviously, we are lucky that we've got extremely supportive men. And I've got lots of incredible men on my team, like Fabiano here behind the camera. And it's amazing for that dynamic as well. Like really empowered, strong men working with really empowered, strong women. Coming together, it's like magic, isn't it? And whether that's relationship or the people that you're working with as well.
Totally.
Okay, awesome. So obviously, going through that journey of different businesses, having to really kind of stand strong when things weren't going the way that you wanted them to go, where do you feel that where did you have to stay positive, and how did you manage to stay as positive as you did to carry on through?
Don't get me wrong. Yeah. There was times where I was ready to walk away. Multiple times. Yeah. That I've been ready to walk away from not just business but life in general. So I've been one of those. It's not so much a rags to riches story, but I have experienced a lot of postnatal depression, post-traumatic stress, and all while actually launching a brand new business. So there was a lot of times where I wanted to walk away. Yeah. However, I knew that if I kept going, and that I would achieve all everything that I've wanted and more. But for me, I believe that the ultimate goal in life anyway is happiness.
It is. 100%.
And you know, it's funny because I was talking to somebody the other day, and I know that's kind of gone off track a little bit, but I was talking to someone the other day about the ultimate goal and what it is that, you know, if you've ever done anything in your life that you've not been fulfilled with or you've not been passionate about. And you know, I can honestly say, no, I haven't. Every single career and every single decision that I've made in my life has been as a result of something that's going to make me feel happier.
I know. Yeah,
something that makes me feel fulfilled. Yeah. So when I left my job in the bank and I had no income, I didn't know how I was going to feed my 2 children. I had 2 children under the age of 2. I didn't have an income to put food on the table. And I can remember someone saying to me, that's so selfish. That's so selfish of you. Like why would you even do something like that? But I believe that, again, the message
that overrule. A happy mum is a good mum.
Absolutely.
And whether that means that she's trying her best to make whatever she can out of a fridge with nothing in it, then if she's happy,
my children are happy, my husband is happy, my family's happy. So for me, I believe that the ultimate goal in life is happiness. So when there was times that I was wanting to walk away, when it was getting tough, I knew that all I was aiming for was complete and utter happiness and fulfilment. Yeah. But at every single stage in my life, in every possible step, in every area of my life, not just my business, and my relationships, and my friendships, and my family life, in every sphere of my life, happiness was always something that I was aiming for. But in terms of staying positive all the time, that takes a lot of self-work.
It does, doesn't it? My goodness.
Of self-work.
And where do you start when it comes from self-work? What do you do? What do you do?
One of the things that I feel that I'm very good at, and I've been practising, and again, it's something that I've had to practice just through working with, I've worked with many life coaches over the years, and I think that that's what's ultimately led me to where I am now. One of the things that I believe that I'm really good at practising and experiencing is gratitude. Yeah. And I know that it's something that you're very passionate about as well.
100%.
Yeah, and but it's not just saying I'm grateful for, you know, the birds that sing in the trees, or I'm grateful for the air that I breathe, or I'm grateful for this pillow that I put my head down at night. It's actually experiencing it.
The feeling, the emotion of it.
The feeling of gratitude, because when you feel that, you can actually feel your insides light up. Yeah. So that's something that I do on a regular basis. Yeah. But also working on myself all the time, obviously.
And I think it's important as well, if gratitude is something that's new to you, it can be very hard to be thankful and be grateful for the hard times. We know that. But if you can somehow find a lesson in it, and actually practice saying, thank you so much for putting me through whatever it is, because there will be a lesson in it. Yes. And you might not know what the lesson is right now, but down the line, and I think as I look back on my life, all the really tough struggles and all the hard times has been now so that I can actually relate to the women that I work with every single day. Yeah. And you must go through and look back at the times that have been struggles for you and hard and difficult.
Oh, yeah.
And gone, there's always been a lesson.
Yeah. There's always a positive intent behind it. Yeah. Always. It doesn't matter what it is or what the situation is. There's always a positive, you know, intent. There's always something positive behind it. We might need to dig deep.
Really deep. Yes.
But there's always a positive message behind it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And staying positive is definitely tricky in the hard times.
It is. There's a few different things that you can do, and obviously that I work with in terms of, you know, that I share with my clients, different techniques, different strategies, etc. You know, to stay positive. But one of the things could be, as you said, when you're using gratitude or practicing gratitude, you could even keep a simple gratitude journal and write some things down on a daily basis or anything like that. Simple little things. It doesn't have to be massive, drastic changes.
Yeah.
Because the problem with that is that you'll implement it for so long, but it's not going to last.
It's not going to last.
If you want to create lasting change in your life, you have to follow. Well, I like to kind of say there's different steps, if you like, in order to achieve lasting change. You can't just, you know, jump 2 steps and expect the change to be lasting. You've got to follow, you know, a process. So sometimes I think smaller changes.
Definitely.
You can implement
My little
more
girl
successful.
is 5, and she started a gratitude journal.
Oh,
and we do it before bed, because that's when I do it. And she just writes down the things that she's thankful for in that day.
I love that.
Because I wanted to be a part of their lives. You know, I wanted to be something that they do from the get-go, from the very beginning. So that, because obviously we didn't.
Yes.
And we've had to learn all this stuff. And so then when you are feeling a little bit down or feeling a little bit negative, it tends to be that stuff that kind of goes out the window first, even although that's the stuff that brings you back and centres you. So I kind of want to instill from the get-go that this is just a part of life. It's like putting your socks on in the morning.
Yes,
you know?
I totally agree.
And she is absolutely loving it.
Do you know, we do it over dinner.
Oh, beautiful. And have a chat about it.
So like I actually go round the table and I'll say, or now like Zach and Lily just say, you know, I'm thankful for it, I'm grateful for it, I really enjoyed or I loved it, I really appreciated. So they don't have to say, I am grateful for. It could be, this is what I loved about my day, this is what I really enjoyed about my day, this is what I, you know, but things that they appreciate. So they're showing that appreciation.
Isn't that beautiful as well, as a mum who is out there
so empowering.
Working their ass off,
yes,
trying to make a success of everything that we're doing, to hear your kids just turn around and say something like that, it's just the most beautiful. It's the thing that drives you, isn't it, and pushes you forward to keep on going.
Absolutely.
Especially sometimes when you've had some bit of bad news or whatever it could be, you know. So wonderful, excellent. So tell me as well, we kind of touched on it a little tiny bit, but what do you feel is stopping women from really stepping into their own unique greatness?
That's a good question, actually. Pain.
Yes.
Now, pain. The reason I say pain is because pain can disguise itself in many ways, and it'll often show itself as fear.
Absolutely.
Fear of failure. Fear of the unknown. Fear of being judged. Fear of success. Even.
That's huge.
So, you know, what happens is, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, you will do what the brain will find a way to avoid pain. If it's painful to you, the brain's going to say to you, Jen, don't do that. That's going to hurt you. That's painful. So it's going to find a way, so it's the pain-pleasure principle, I like to call it. So your brain will find a way to get you out of pain and into pleasure.
So that's why it's been stopping me from doing all the things that I want to do all the time. Isn't that
pain?
Isn't that so
That's
interesting?
What it is, the pain-pleasure principle. So your brain will find a way, that's what it's designed for. It's designed for survival. To protect you from pain. And fear is pain.
Of course.
Fear is pain. So if you have a fear of failure, if you have this fear, you're not going to do it. So, but there's a multitude of other things, obviously, that accompany it. But if you think about it in simple terms, then if it's painful, you're not going to do it.
Well, that's it. When I speak to women, it's always to do, more often than not, than confidence.
Yes.
It's huge.
Because they need to work on confidence, though.
But they think it's just something that is there.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it's absolutely not. Like, doing this today, we're nervous, super nervous. Course. When I started doing the podcast shows, I was scared about what people were going to say, what people were going to think. It's the fear of failure as well. And it all boils right back down to fear, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Because the confidence comes from not having enough confidence to not care about what people say, what people think.
Exactly.
You know?
That's it. Absolutely.
So, but it's something that can be learned, I believe.
It can.
100%.
And knowing that confidence actually is a pleasurable thing.
Yeah.
Because when you have confidence, that is pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's just, how do you shift yourself from that place of fear to that place of empowerment, to that place of confidence? There is, obviously, there's quite a few things that you can do, but definitely. I believe that pain is definitely one of the biggest things that's holding women back.
Yeah, I would say that one of the biggest things for me, and something that I would love for you guys out there to do as well, is make sure that you're surrounded with people that big you up.
Oh, yes.
It's true, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That are your absolute cheerleaders. I now have a rule in my life, and it has been one of the best things I've ever done. I only have people in my life who support me and who inspire me.
Yep.
And that's the two people that I have. And out with that, I'm not nasty, and I would never, say I'm blocking you or anything like that. But what I do is just take myself back and remove myself and make sure that I'm in even deeper with the people that support and inspire me. And that has been one of the biggest lessons, probably out of the latter end of last year, actually, that I have found. And obviously we've got the Unstoppable community, and the women in there are incredible.
Oh, absolutely.
It's all about empowerment, encouragement.
Yep.
We share each other's wins, don't we? And
always.
when we talk about things that are going right, but we also talk about things that are going wrong and get some support and help and advice from other women who are either influencers, thought leaders, businesswomen, and it doesn't matter what level you're at in your career, you are so welcome in that community, and that could be a good start for beginning to see and filter out some of those people that aren't necessarily your biggest supporters or influence you. And I don't know why for so long we put up with that in our lives. We do it for a long time before we go, oh, that person's a little bit toxic, maybe I shouldn't be around
well,
them
do
so
you know,
much.
Actually, it's because, and I know that this might be a bit controversial in a way,
no,
but
not at all.
It's because it fulfills our needs.
It's a comfort thing almost.
It fulfills our needs. So in terms of human needs psychology, we have every single person in the world, in the planet, doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, your age, your sex, your race, your religion, your background, rich, poor, everybody has the same 6 universal needs. And if something fulfills your needs, you will do whatever it takes to ensure that you continue to fulfill that needs. You will hold on to it. So if somebody, now you can fulfill needs in a positive or negative way.
Yeah.
So if you're fulfilling the need for connection through speaking to someone or having a relationship with someone who still brings you down, or who doesn't big you up, or who isn't one of your big supporters, they're still fulfilling your need for connection. You're still connecting with them on some level. In terms of, it could be fulfilling the need for significance. So they make you feel valued, not in a good way, but they still make you feel valued. So when you find out your top 2 needs, your top 2 universal needs, I could touch on them, but it might take a little bit longer. But when you find out what your top 2 needs are and you understand them and you manage them, you will then understand your human motivation.
My goodness. Okay.
So that's what motivates it's what underpins and motivates every single decision that we make in life.
Wow.
And most of your problems, challenges, can be resolved through understanding and managing your human needs.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
This is really, really interesting. So you were speaking briefly there about human needs psychology. So what exactly is it? I know that you touched on it, but can you explain it in a little bit more detail? Because I don't really know a lot about it at all. But I know that it can help you move forward with your life in like loads of different ways. And it's an incredible thing. Can you tell us about it?
So I'll just, briefly, absolutely. So I'll tell you what the 6 universal human needs are.
Right, okay, fab.
And then it means that people can even perhaps research a little bit more if they wanted to themselves. So the first one is the need for certainty. Okay. So that is the need to feel that you have a roof over your head, that you have food on the table, that you have money coming in, and you can pay your bills at the end of each month. It's predictable. You know what's going to happen. You're in control of the situation. So the best way to look at this is, when you're looking at your human needs, is to think about how important is that need to me? How important is it to me? So if I was to rate it in a scale of 1 to 10, how important would I say that need is? So a 1 being not very important, a 10 being very important. Then you're going to do the same for your next 5 needs. So the next need is variety. So variety is excitement, it's suspense, it's thrill, it's passion, it's like unpredictable, not knowing what's going to happen. The complete opposite of certainty. Yeah. So again, how important is that to you? You can look at it in each area of your life. So if you're looking at your relationship, how important is the need for variety in your relationship? How important is the need for variety in your business? Then you've got significance. So significance is about feeling valued, feeling worthy, feeling special, feeling unique, wanted, achieving something, you know, that sense of achievement or fulfillment within yourself. How important is that to you? How important is it in your relationship that you feel special, unique and worthy? How important is it in your business that you achieve, that you feel special, that you feel unique at what it is that you're doing? Again, in a level 1 to 10. Then you've got love and connection. So love and connection is your 4th universal human need. That, of course, goes without saying. That's the need to feel loved, the need to give love. And most people, a lot of people, in fact, don't actually ever experience love in its full force. They'll settle for connection because it's easier, it's safer.
It's much safer.
It's less painful.
Yeah.
Because it can hurt.
Because when you go all in love, and then it doesn't get reciprocated.
Yep. What could
so
happen?
Painful.
Yep.
Yeah.
So and then of course that might have a high level of variety. Yeah. You might not like variety. That might be low on your list of agenda, but it's going to be high if you're in a relationship. Yeah, so your need for love or connection, any of these needs can be met in a both positive or negative way. So then you've got, those first 4 needs that we've just spoke about, they are essential to human survival. Now, every single person on the planet will find a way to fulfill their top 2 needs, even if they have to lie to themselves.
Oh my goodness.
You will find a way to fulfill these needs, even if you need to lie to yourself. Yeah. So you will tell yourself, that's not why I'm doing it, or that's not true, or that's not correct, or you are wrong. But you're
passing the blame as well on.
You're lying to yourself.
Okay.
You will find a way to fulfill the needs. Yeah. So those first 4 are essential to human survival. Your next 2, which is growth and contribution, is which is essential to human fulfillment. Okay. So when you fulfill these needs at a level 8, 9 or 10, you're going to feel fulfilled.
Amazing.
So that's what I believe, that's what I aim for all the time. Those needs are so important to me anyway, because growth is about, of course, growing, developing, moving forward, whether that be, again, in your relationship or in your business. Yeah. Contribution is contributing beyond something much bigger than you.
Much bigger than yourself.
Much bigger than yourself. Contributing, whether it be to a charity, to a cause, to a mission. Yeah. You know, your mission about empowering people. Yeah. For me, that's contribution. You know, my mission's about empowering people to create positive change in their life or business. I'm contributing to the lives of other people. Yeah. But the need for me to meet, the importance in terms of, for me to meet that need is right up there at a 10. Now, if you're meeting, in terms of importance, it could be a 10 for you. But then what you need to do is assess, how am I currently meeting that need? How's that need currently being met? And look at each sphere, as I like to call it, or area of your life, and ask yourself, how am I meeting my need for growth, for example, in my relationship? How's it been met? Is it been met at a level 2? Which means that my relationship isn't growing, my relationship isn't moving forward. Yeah. Is it being met at a level 8, 9 or 10? If it's been met at a level 8, 9 or 10, that is a high level. That's your need being met, ultimately. Yeah. So when you find out what your top 2 needs are and how you're currently meeting those top 2 needs, is there a gap? Is there a difference? Or are you fulfilling those needs? Are you fulfilling them in all areas of your life? Because if you're not, what happens is, you will go externally. You will go to another area of your life to try and find a way to fulfill that need. So if I was talking about relationships, if your need for significance is not being fulfilled in a relationship, so if you don't feel special, if you don't feel valued, if you don't feel worthy, if you don't feel unique in your most intimate relationship, you're going to look externally. You're going to go elsewhere, and I don't mean to perhaps another partner, it could be, but it could be to fulfill your need for significance in your work. So you're going to put all your efforts, all your focus, all your energies into your work to feel significant, to feel valued, to feel worthy, to feel special. So you will do whatever you have to do. Everybody does it. You will do whatever you have to do to fulfill your top two needs. And when you understand what they are, you'll understand your human motivation.
That is so, so interesting.
It's super, isn't it?
It is. It's just like, I'm just sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, I've never
what are my top two needs?
and I've never sat down and broke down what they look like and what they are, and so that is an exercise. I'm going to do. I'm 100% going to do it.
It definitely is.
So, last question for you, Lisa, and thank you so much for answering some of these for me today. But which strategies and systems do you use to help women overcome limiting beliefs? So obviously we spoke about what a lot of those limiting beliefs could be. What is the way that you would help them with those?
Well, I would start, one of the first things I would do is start with your human needs. But ultimately, I believe that in order to develop your potential, you need to develop your beliefs. You have to develop your beliefs. Now, what happens is it's your belief system that will trigger your emotions, and your emotions will lead you to take action. So therefore, if the results you are currently achieving or receiving is not what you want to be achieving, you need to reverse engineer. So you need to look back, well, what emotions is it triggering within me? And then look back further. Where are those emotions coming from? They're coming from your beliefs. So how do we change those belief systems? So there's multiple things that you could do, but as a short exercise for, the people kind of watching today or listening in, they could try an exercise, but again, what I do with my clients, just ask them to take a piece of paper and down one side, so down the left-hand side, write down all their limiting beliefs around, say, for instance, it's being a successful six-figure entrepreneur. Let's just say that, for example. What is their beliefs around it? So are they saying to themselves, well, I don't believe that I'm worthy of that level of income. I don't believe that I can actually achieve it. I don't believe that I'm smart enough. I don't believe that I have the resources. I don't have the connections. That's all beliefs, limiting beliefs that's going to hold them back. So in order to change those beliefs, which you can, because beliefs are the rules of the game.
And it's thoughts, isn't it?
That's all it is.
And they're not even real yet.
Yeah, exactly. They are.
Thought processes.
So, so if you don't like the rules of the game, because this is life, if you don't like it, change the rules. That's what I say.
Love it.
If you don't like the rules,
change them.
If you don't like the rules of the game, change the rules. Because if you change the rules, you're going to get different results. So therefore, what then, in the right-hand side of the column, write down the new empowering beliefs that you want to adopt. Not ones that you've got just now, but ones that you want. I want the belief that you've got about, or I want the belief that Jen has about X, Y, and Z, about creating a multiple 6, 7, 8-figure business. That's the belief that I want. I believe that I am worthy of that level of success. Or if it's in your relationship or whatever area of your life, I believe that I am worthy of it. I believe that I can achieve it. Yes, I know that it's going to be hard work, but my beliefs are that I can achieve it. So changing it pretty much to the complete opposite. Then practicing it on a daily basis. So when can't it, say it out loud. Like what you would do with perhaps positive affirmations or anything
mantras,
like that.
All that,
Say it out loud, because when you say it out loud, you embrace every part of your body. And in order for an emotion to stick, you have to do 3 things. So if you want to change your belief system, change your emotional state to then allow you to take the action, there's 3 things that have to into consideration when you want to change your emotional state. So your beliefs are going to trigger your emotions. So say you perfect or master those beliefs and you've got them on point. but the emotions aren't quite where they need to be.
Yeah.
You've got the ability to change your emotions as well. Okay. So 3 things that you need to consider is 1, your physiology, your posture. So if I was to say to you, Jen, if you were to put yourself in a depressed state, without saying anything, you could put yourself into a depressed state, and without you telling me that's the emotion you're experiencing, I could probably guess, because I'd be able to tell by your physiology. Yeah. You know, your head would be down, your arms might be crossed, you might be crying, you'd be slouched, etc. Yep, you'd be withdrawn into yourself. Your physiology tells you you're depressed. You also need to think about what the words and the language and the questions that you're using inside your head. Mm-hmm. What words is going on inside your head? What questions are you asking yourself? Are they empowering questions? Are they disempowering questions? Is it empowering language? Disempowering language? So that's another thing that you need to consider. And the third thing is the meaning that you actually attach to it. So what does that mean for you? So the questions that you're using, what meaning are you putting towards it? Mm-hmm. So if these are 3 things that you have to experience to be fully immersed in an emotion. So if you're in a state of depression or despair or upset, and again, it could be for happiness. Yeah. For example, you can't feel depressed if you're dancing around to Beyonce in your living room.
You cannot.
Because even although the words might be happening inside your head and the meaning might be there, your physiology is telling you, no, you are happy.
Love it.
You are loving life. So that's another way that you can interrupt these emotional states. So there's lots of different things that you can do, but just little snippets that will allow, hopefully, everyone tuning in to perhaps implement just to move their life forward in kind of little ways. Yes.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you.
So when we do Unstoppable TV, we have the interview section, but we also have fact or forfeit. Ooh. Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
So this is a lovely way to finish off the interview. Now, Lisa does not know what these questions are, and the forfeit will be decided by our lovely film crew over here.
Oh, wow.
Which he probably doesn't even know what it is yet either. So are you ready? You have got, Lisa, 30 seconds, okay, to answer all of these questions. Okay. So you might have to keep time as well. To answer all of these questions. Right. And if you say like, don't know, or pass, it's forfeit straight away, okay? But if you manage to answer them all, then we let you walk. It's fine. Okay?
Let's, fingers crossed,
Let us see. So do we have a little timer here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you got a timer? We've got a timer. We're sorted. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Favourite food?
Olives, but it used to be my least favourite.
Best place on earth?
Florida, without a word of a lie.
Most luxurious gift to yourself?
Self-love, self-care, yeah.
Favourite quote?
One from my dad: if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all.
Love it. Finish this lyric. You make it rain, but I...
bring the rainbow.
I don't even know if that is a song.
Is that a song?
But is that time? So I don't know if that is. I was thinking, you make it rain, but I'll make it shower.
All right, okay. Well, I say I bring the rainbow.
I think that might be. Is that a song? Is that a song?
It is a song, but I didn't even know. I was just thinking, like, what's the end to that?
I think it was. I was doing Little Mix.
Oh, it is, but I'm saying I bring the rainbow.
I like that song better. I like Lisa's song better. Okay, amazing. So, Lisa, tell us very quickly, where can we find you and your incredible work? Do you have a website, Facebook group?
Yes, yes. I've got a Facebook group, and it's called the Empowerment Empire Community. Awesome. And again, it's just a space of empowered females. So it doesn't matter if you're in business or not, it's definitely a place for you if you're ready and wanting to create positive change in your life or business. And Instagram, Lisa Schoneville, and also my website, which is currently under construction at the moment, but it's lisaschoneville.me.
Excellent. Yes. Lisa, thank you so much.
Thank you,
so much
Jen.
of what you spoke about today was completely on point and so valuable. Yeah. So I really, really appreciate you being here.
Oh, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much to everyone out there watching today. You can find us at the link below and make sure to sign up on that website for all of our awesome freebies. This has been Unstoppable TV, and I am Jen Hardie. Bye. It's time to become unstoppable. Are you ready?